Welcome back to everybody to Rolling Out Star Studio. I'm Rashad Milligan. Today we are joined by a man who needs no introduction, but here's his introduction anyway. Bishop TD Jakes. Bishop, how are you doing today, sir?
I'm doing excellent, Rashad. Thank you for having me. It's a real pleasure.
Oh man, the pleasure is ours. Now on April 8th, you guys have the new movie coming out on Lifetime Pride, a Seven Deadly Sins story. I guess just, what are some of the things that people can really expect from this particular project?
I think they're going to be blown away because the project is full of unexpected characters, casting, storyline, drama, and quality. I mean, we've seen Stephanie Mills sing. We've seen her on Broadway. We've not seen much of her on screen. She's amazing as Birdie. She does a great job in this character. I think a lot of Black women are going to see themselves in the character Birdie to some degree. Others are younger are going to see themselves through the character that Kia King is playing as the niece. This story was inspired by a real life story. I think it's going to be shocking because we see nephew Tommy through a very narrow lens of radio and comedy and so forth. I did not know that he was a professionally trained actor. I mean, brother broke out in Shakespeare and all of that. He delivers on this movie. It's a whole new guy that you have not seen before, and it's just mind-boggling to be able to do it. And to have Erica Campbell sing with Stephanie Mills at a point in the film, and Erica's playing a pastor, not just a singer. They all come together to a crescendo of a story that I think Lifetime is proud of, and we are certainly proud to be producers on the project with them.
Bishop, I want to ask you about pride just as a sin in general, and what kind of role do you think it plays in today's society in terms of kind of like the root of all other sins? It's like, example, murder. Like someone might kill someone just because they hurt their ego, and so what role do you think pride plays in sin today?
First of all, mental health is physical health. If you're not well mentally, you're not well anywhere. And so we're starting to recognize pride is one of those, it's not just that it's sin, it's one of those toxic behaviors that does not manifest physically. It's not like drinking, it's not like shooting up. And so it gets permission to be in the most prestigious rooms without being observable. And then we can justify it because we have a reason why we feel pride, or why we don't speak to our cousin, or we won't speak to our ex, or we won't let our ex see our children. There are a lot of reasons that justify pride. So pride festers like mold in moisture. Pride festers in unforgiveness. And so this movie takes a deep dive into it without being preachy or teachy. It's a very subtle, subliminal, cautionary tale that's full of drama, that makes you throw your popcorn at the TV set. But it's good storytelling. And at my core, I'm a storyteller. And Lifetime is a storyteller. Our script writers are storytellers. Our actors are storytellers. And we're telling a story, but the ancient ancestry of our people is our history has always been told through narratives of storytellers.
100%, 100%. And Bishop, how do you check your pride as someone, the founder of the Mega Fest, the founder of the TD Jakes cruise? Like you're TD Jakes, a daytime TV. You're the Beyonce of like Christians. So like how do you check that pride?
That's funny. I've never been described that way. So let me get over that. The second thing is, I don't have trouble with pride about the things you're listing. The places where I have to be the most careful about pride is with the people that are closest to me. It's not about where I live or what accomplishments I've gotten, because that isn't why I live and breathe to do what I do. So that kind of pride doesn't bother me. And I feel secure in who I am, that I don't need validation from people in order to feel good about me. Where I have to watch out for pride is if the people, there are very few people that I give the permission to hurt me. That's a permission that you give to people. But when you do give that permission and they do hurt you, I have to make sure that I don't allow my pride to rise up and shut a door that I need to leave open. And that's just an honest answer. And I have to watch that all the time because it doesn't feel like pride, it feels like pain. And when pride dresses up in pain, it gets a license to drive your life off the cliff. So I take that license back by trying to take the high road, because I have found out that you can win the battle and lose the war, that the relationship is more important than proving the point. In your most personal life, that's where I have to watch out the most, that I don't allow the fact that I am hurt to make me become stubborn.
Right, no, 100%. And I think a lot of people can relate to that. I want to ask you, with multiple streams of income, how do you kind of like, just kind of balance it all out? Like make sure this investment's good, this investment's good, et cetera, et cetera.
When my staff got better, my life got better. You are no better than the people you put around you. My wife tells me all the time I should take more vacations, and I should. But I tell her a vacation for me is a good hire. Somebody who's competent and capable stops me from laying on the beach with my cell phone. So my advice to every person out there is, it's not just how much you do, but coalescing a team of people who really can be trusted to make good decisions in your absence. Because 96% of Black businesses are sole proprietorships. They can't even get away. They can't get sick. They can't get the flu. If your hands are down, your job is down, your income is down. We have to get a better model of doing business. I'm working on that too. But for me, in short, I have great people around me. I have great, competent staff, which means you have to pay some money. But it's worth it, because if they don't pay for themselves, then you've got the wrong person.
Bishop, I want to ask you this. I feel like I wouldn't be doing my job if I didn't ask you this. This is all over. Nobody wants to run with just what someone on TikTok said, right? Correct. So I want to ask you directly to clear up any kind of miscon thing going out there. Are you or the Potter House behind the Shade Room accounts?
No, absolutely.
Okay, all right. I had to ask you directly, because I can't just run off with what TikTok said and then say, oh, that's TD, because they took off right after that, thing took off. It was a Doja Cat thing. I don't know if you heard about that. Doja Cat had a photo and they took it down and they said, we're Christians, we promote God. And it was like, oh, of course, TD Jakes, so like, I wanted to know from the horse's mouth. All right, continue.
No, I do not own it. I do not have stock in it. I do not have shares in it. I didn't know that even existed till I heard it. Like most rumors, the person that they're talking about discovers the information when they read it. So I do not own the Shade Room. I am the proud investor in a lot of businesses and a lot of companies, and the Shade Room is not one of them. It's a very profitable business, but I don't own it.
Well, Bishop, we appreciate the time so much. Thank you for clearing that up. Thank you for clearing that up.
I'm glad to do it.
Pride, once again, a 7 Deadly Sins story coming out April 8th on Lifetime. Make sure you support, check out, produced by Bishop TD Jakes himself. We thank you for the time so much, and for rolling out Star Studio. I'm Rashad Milligan. As always, please take care of yourselves.
Thank you, Rashad. That was amazing.